guys, I'm Dina. This is Creative Minds Homeschool. Welcome back to my channel. And today I just wanted to share with y'all really quickly about how we vacation on the cheap, or relatively. Okay, so I'm going to give you the very quick version and the long story version. So depending on your taste, you can take this little blurb or you can watch the whole story. So basically my short version is we booked early. We stayed multiple nights to get a good discount. We planned what we were going to do and spend before we got there. We brought food, some food from home, and I made a grocery run while I was there. Stuff we could eat in the hotel room. We had a refrigerator and a microwave, and I brought an electric skillet so that we could make meals cheap. And we prepared our kids well in advance. Exactly what we were going to do, what we were not going to do. And things that we would do, some we did and some we didn't. So that's just kind of the short version of how we made our vacation relatively inexpensive. And just, not that I don't even have a vacation budget so much, but just I keep in mind, I know this is what we're going to do. We're not going to like pay this big expensive price for this package deal that they're offering, because we don't need all of that. Kind of thing. So that's the really very condensed version of how we made our vacation cheap. If you want the really long drawn out story version, stay tuned. We just got back from spending, I don't know how many days, nights, whatever. 3 nights at Great Wolf Lodge. And yeah, so I just wanted to tell you kind of how we work that so that it is the least expense possible. So for one thing, we booked early, and when you book early, you get a bigger discount. If you spend more than 2 nights, you get a bigger discount. So those things saved us on some of the cost. We did not buy the Paul Pass things, which range from like $50 to $100 per kid. Or you could just buy one, I guess, and split it up, whatever. We didn't do all that. Our take on it is, we're going there for the water park. That is what we're doing. It is included in the cost. It's pretty, it's not cheap to go there. So we maximize on the free stuff as much as we possibly can. Now, last time we went, Everett really, really wanted to zip line. And this time he was like, I'm bringing tennis shoes. Like, I really want to zip line. And he's all about the American Ninja Warrior thing right now. We're kind of in that mode. The backyard, he is constantly trying to make it an obstacle course. So I thought that is right up his alley, and so we decided to let them try that this year. We just did like the one-time thing because we knew we weren't going to be going back multiple times. But we planned on that. But as far as the other things that they do, they have a thing where you could do a magic quest, like magic wand thing throughout the hotel. Now don't get me wrong, my kids do ask to do all these things. They wanted to do the arcade. They wanted to do all the flashy stuff that you see, the big candy store or whatever. We just say, no, we didn't plan to do that this time. You know, like we're very not impressed with you asking for things. You know, it's pretty much you get what we give you and you be happy with what you get. Is our philosophy. Just the fact that when we started talking about going back, this is our second trip there, you know, Everett started saying, can we do that? You know, he was really all into it. I knew he, from last time, had wanted to do it. So it's like I knew it's going to be worthwhile to pay the money to do that for him because he is just really wanting to do it. So yeah, my first thing is don't feel like you have to do all the things. You don't. You can pick what you do and you just prepare your kids in advance. This is what we're doing. This is not included with the vacation we're doing. So be happy with what you get. We typically, the way we worked food, because food is very expensive at the lodge. So what I did, I planned on the first day, like our travel day, I planned to eat out all 3 meals. We got donuts on the way. That's a big thing in our family. They love to eat donuts. I ate ahead of time because I'm on Weight Watchers. I did not want to totally blow my eating while I was on this trip. So we did that. We stopped at a really great restaurant on the way up there, which really, really was good. Blew all the points for the whole day in that meal, but it was well worth it. Like I actually just had a salad bar. So I ate fruit and salad, but then they had a free dessert bar. So yeah, kind of blew it on the dessert, but it was so good. Totally worth every bit of points I used up that day. And I can't remember what we ate for dinner. Tuesday morning, we got there on Monday. Tuesday morning, I got up before all the family was up, and I went to Walmart and I picked up a thing of cinnamon rolls for that day, a thing of bagels for the next day, and a loaf of bread, sandwich meat. I got fully cooked bacon, fully cooked sausage, a rotisserie chicken, and some cans of like beans, refried beans, and I got carrots and green beans and that kind of thing. And a box of microwavable macaroni and cheese cups. So these are my cheap meals. I spent $90 on milk, butter, you know, I didn't bring all the condiments from home, but we came home with that. So it's not like, you know, we're still using it. So, but we didn't want to lug a big ice chest up there. So I just went and made a very quick grocery run. So $90 I paid for 6 people to eat for all of Tuesday, all of Wednesday, and Thursday morning. So I figured that's not really that bad. Considering if you go to the breakfast that they offer, they have a breakfast buffet. It's $18 per adult, $10 per child. None of us can eat that much food. None of us need to eat that much food. So, you know, we would have blown just about that whole $90 would have been blown in one meal if we would have chosen to do that. We didn't choose to do that. We did go to a character thing later. It was at story time. Got a picture with the little bear guy for free, and it was all good. You know, so, I mean, yes, my kids asked, can we go to the character breakfast? Because they have, on the TV, they advertise that. Everywhere you see, they're advertising stuff. But we just say, no, we're not going to do that. And I explained to my kids, I'm like, it would be over $70 for us to eat breakfast. Do you think we can eat that much food? No, we cannot. It's not worth the money. It's just not worth it. So we had sandwiches, or a combination of things. I have kiddos that won't eat sandwiches. So we had some ate peanut butter and jelly. Some had like a peanut butter tortilla rolled up. A couple of them had macaroni cups. You know, we just did whatever works. We ate bean burritos one night. We ate bagels in the morning for breakfast. I bought a carton of eggs, and I brought my electric skillet. So I was able to cook. I was able to make toast on my electric skillet, make scrambled eggs and that kind of thing. And so we ate well. Actually, I bought a couple of the packaged salads for my husband and I to eat because I wanted to eat healthy. Didn't bring all the utensils to cut up a salad, but I bought like a thing of strawberries. I brought from home a thing of bananas so they'd be ripe when we got there. So we ate, I brought applesauce cups and orange cups from home. I brought myself oatmeal from home just so I would have that and not be tempted to eat the junky breakfast that I bought everyone else. So I was able to pretty much stay on Weight Watchers except for a couple of times. For people who are on Weight Watchers, for this vacation, I turned it to where my fit points turned into points that I could eat, because swimming makes you hungry, and I'm carrying around a baby everywhere we go, and in the water park chasing a baby everywhere and lugging her everywhere. So, I mean, I was getting a lot of points that way. So, we went to the Bear Paw, which is like the snack thing, twice. We got little ice cream cones, which is the cheapest, just about the cheapest thing I think you can get there. You know, yes, the kids wanted all the sugary junk, but I had bought a package of cookies and a package of pudding cups for them to eat as sweets while we were there. So they're like, I want the big giant cookie. I'm like, we have the same kind of cookie in the room, already paid for. No, if you want ice cream, you can get ice cream. You don't have to, but that's what we're picking. So I guess limiting the choices of what they can get. Besides the fact that, you know, those things are loaded with preservatives, you know, the cupcakes are full of dye. No. And they're like $3 a pop. So big time no. Where the cones are like $1.50 maybe. I can't remember. Something not that expensive. And, you know, it's just a little sweet treat. We didn't have to have that, but, you know, Mama loves ice cream, so that's kind of how we ended up with ice cream. And they were all happy with that too. So we did that twice. We ate pizza at the place there. It's like, I don't know, $18 feeds our family like one pizza. You know, and we used it kind of as a snack. We got it and ate it at the water park table when we were kind of in between we were swimming after lunch and before dinner, and we were all snacky and hungry. So we just kind of devoured a pizza right there. And then I said, and they're like, well, I still, you know, like I could, in other words, I could go for another one. And I'm like, well, you know, that was all we have right now. But as soon as we're done swimming, we'll go up to the room and eat bean burritos and have other stuff that we want to eat. So that way, you know, we didn't have to have 2 pizzas. We just had one, and then we ate the stuff that we had already purchased that was cheaper in our room. So these are the ways that I saved money on this trip. On the way home, we ate breakfast Thursday morning. We were gonna go to like a sit down, like an IHOP before we got on the road. But I was like, you know, instead of wasting that time, we have stuff here that we can eat. We had bread, so we had toast, and I'm trying to think, we had run out of eggs, but we had the already cooked sausage we could eat. In an unfortunate circumstance, I dumped half the bacon on the hotel room floor, and yeah, that was a no-go. It was not 5-second rule worthy, so we just tossed that. I hated, that kills me to do that, but yuck, I was not eating off the hotel floor. So, but we had enough of what we needed to get a breakfast together. And basically I told the kids, you know, later on down the road tonight, maybe we'll go to IHOP. Well, what happened was we ended up stopping at the same good restaurant we went to for lunch on the way up. We actually lunched there on the way back. It worked out time-wise. We were all hungry. It was a good place. So we ate there. And then on the way home, I realized we're not going to feel like sitting down to a restaurant. We just want to be home. So basically, I went online and copycatted a funny face pancake recipe and cooked that for my children when we got home. And that way, they got the feeling of we went to IHOP, but we didn't go to IHOP. We saved money that way. I'm about to sneeze. So anyway, that's the way we did it. And I got home, and I'm happy to report that I basically maintained my weight while I was on vacation, which is a huge miracle, I think. All right, so the last thing I'm gonna tell you about is souvenirs. I basically tell my kids, you get $10 for souvenirs. That's just something, I don't know, nice of us to do. That way, you know, we're not spending $50 per kid on the Paul Pass thing. It's something, they get a little memento to take home and call it done. Well, what we did was, Aaliyah did not get to go ziplining, so she fell in love with the $20 dog. And so I figured, that's what I told the big kids. Look, she didn't get to go where you went. She loves this stuffed animal. She's going to get that because, you know, kind of makes it fair that she didn't get to go, but whatever. And then Elin picked a little character doll that they had, the bear that we met. She picked that to bring home. Everett got a sword, and Evangeline picked a necklace and something else. So, dominoes. So anyway, that's what we did for souvenirs. I'm not one big on you have to have a souvenir, but that's something we did last time, and those souvenirs have really meant a lot to them. Like, they remember that where it came from, you know. So, being that it was special, Everett got a sword last time, he got a sword this time. So, that's just kind of how we handled that. Oh, your doggy says woof woof. Is this Barky? Barky, your doggy? Oh, are the peaches all gone? What's that? Is that soup? Oh, Barky wants some soup. Barky wants a kiss. Oh, kiss that Barky. Are you glad you got your doggy? Oh, love.
I'm so happy with him because he has red pajamas and he's just so cuddly.
What's his name?
Friendly bear. Friendly bear.
Awesome. Let me see him. Let me see him. He's cute.
I know, and especially on his little picture.
Tell us about your souvenirs. What'd you get?
Well, I got this necklace that says Daddy's Girl on it. And then I got these two doorables. Chef Bongo and from Zootopia And I've got Tinkerbell from Peter Pan.
Well, I got this sword last year when we went to Great Wolf Lodge, and so we painted. So this year I got this one, which is a cutlass.
All right.
A cutlass is a curved sword. It's leather wrapped. This is the first one. It's leather wrapped, and we did the second one today.
Awesome. That made a good project for you and Daddy to do when you got home, huh?
Yeah.
That was our vacation. We had a good time. I am glad to be home. I'm so glad to be home. Catching up on laundry today and enjoying a low-key day, just chilling out and being home. And yeah, that's how it went. So if you have any questions, comments, whatever, feel free to put them down below. Tell me how you do vacation on the cheap. And I'll see you in the next one.